Good afternoon, everybody. Myself, Acharya Vishvendra, and today I'll discuss a worksheet on optimization of mind-brain system. So, for understanding the optimization, let us consider the case of two students, A and B. A got successful in a competitive exam. Let's take example of JEE, and B fails in them. So, suppose they prepare for JEE or NEET. Suppose the teacher is same, knowledge is same. We assume that they get the knowledge from the same teacher, and he gave equivalent knowledge to both of them. Exam is same, then why results are different for both the students? So just take a pause and think practically that why it is that the students, two students who were taught by the same teacher, one is the topper from the top and another is the topper from the bottom. So we can say that teacher is just a source of information, or maybe the sort of you can say the source of patterned information or the source of certain neural patterns. So all the information the teacher is giving you is fundamentally derived from nature itself, but he read certain books and converted that raw information into a very structured, more structured, more connected, or a patterned based information. So there you are at a good point. You have a good chance of utilizing the efforts of the teacher so that you can save your energy and the time. But teacher is not the creator of the information. Information is free to access to everybody. It's the nature which is playing the games, and you just need to have the art of focusing, the art of observing the game of nature without any bias. So if you have the guts to observe nature without being trapped in thoughts or any, you can say, the distraction, if you can observe silently, you will have answers to every query related to the entire universe. But that's a quite challenging task, as human mind is always wandering and it's not possible to keep it focused beyond a certain time. And the time is different for different people. Somebody may be able to focus for just 20 seconds, somebody may be able to focus for 20 minutes or for 2 hours or 5 hours. So it's based on so many factors, but in general we can say that beyond a certain limit anybody is unable to focus his mind on a single thing, on a single task, that is about the the quality, or the, you can say that, the nature of the mind. So it's just like that. Now let's analyze things into a more scientific perspective. So just think in terms of input and the output. So just observe that, just do a thought experiment. Suppose there is a class. In the class there are 50 students and there is a single teacher who's teaching them, let's say, physics. So student A is a topper from the top and the student B is a topper from the bottom. So input here is same for both. From input I mean the class teaching, or the the test, the worksheet, the questions that the teacher discussed during the class. So that I refer to as the input. So it's same for both the students, but output is different. So that means processing is different for the students. So we can say that students achieve different results because they processes information differently. As input is same for both the students, so output is different. That means something has to be done with the processing that we can analyze from the schematic diagram itself. So we can say that processing of information by the mind brain of the system of the student is the dominating factor which differentiates between the results that the students achieve. Now suppose this is a student, so as per information processing is concerned, it's concerned with the brain, the mind and the brain waves, and I refer to this as the entire mind brain system. So we can say that the mind brain system is something which deals with mind brain and its coordination through the brain waves. So using this system, we develop something which I call as a mind brain algorithm, which is a which is a triode of information, process, and energy. And using this triode, we create something which I call as the neural pattern. To understand this concept, just ask yourself what you were doing an hour before. Just think. So you must be able to analyze that what you are doing. So there is a mechanism going on inside you, there is an algorithm going on inside you which is storing everything which is happening to you, which is keeping a track of what you did, which is memorizing things, which is storing information that is happening to you, that is being given to you from the five senses. So it's being stored somewhere within your mind brain system, and you are able to recall that up. So studying is the same process. When you are in an environment, you want it or you don't want it, you receive information from the five senses, and it's being processed in you, and it's being stored in the brain and then the mind. And at the mind, there are three levels: the conscious, the subconscious, and the unconscious mind. So this process of transferring information is working continuously. It starts from the womb and it will go till the tomb. So if we analyze the life, so it's just a information processing system. You just receive information from your senses, and through that information you feel certain emotions also. And the information and emotions together play a role, and then you develop certain sort of experiences or certain sort of mental maps that makes you better than what you were before. So, if perceived in this way, we can say that we are a dynamic mind algorithm. We are a developing, dynamically developing entity which is learning from the past experiences and is being transformed into a better version of yourself. So, that is fundamentally what life is. And there is one important thing: we just need to optimize the mind brain system if we want to be better of what we are. So life is just like that. You want it or you don't want it. Life will head towards being better. It's being driven by certain hidden rules. You see, certain rules at the quantum level, which you can say that they are uh, imposed by the nature or the god, or by the metaphysical entities. But there exist laws. There are laws which are beyond your imagination, beyond your control, and everybody has to bound themselves by the laws. Only then you'll be able to develop yourself into a better version of yourself. If you keep on struggling with the laws, if you keep on criticizing the laws, or you can do anything, but you cannot change the laws. You have to see the laws, you have to accept them, and you have to implement them. Your credibility is only about recognizing the laws and their implementation. You cannot criticize, you cannot change the laws, you cannot manipulate the laws, you cannot manipulate the patterns made by the nature. So, just as optimization is concerned, just optimize your mind brain algorithms, and then you'll be able to get optimal results in life. So I was just saying that everything that we do is in the form of neural pattern. Example I have taken: your own mind and system is storing information. There is a mechanism inside you which is storing everything, your every thought, your every emotion, what you are doing. External people may not know that all, but inside you there is a mechanism which is doing things very smartly, and you are able to access the information from the past. So it's like accessing your past, which defines how much intelligent you are. It's about using the past learning to optimize your present situations. This is all about what we call as a intelligent person or intelligent human being or intelligent species as a whole. So we can analyze that if two students are there, A and B, source of information is same, but the patterns, you can say that patterns are different. The student who is successful uses better patterns, and the student who is worse, his patterns were not that good, or they were worse. So because of that, they got different output. Now here is a good news that I have worked on developing that patterns. There is one of my book with the name OST. So you can search it on Amazon, Flipkart, Notion Press, OST by Acharya Vishwendra. I have compiled a book on that, which is basically a 21 days mind training program. And I have also a video, OST by Acharya Vishwendra, in which I have discussed the OST program itself. So OST is basically a 21 days mind training program in which will give you certain mental training before sleeping for 9 minutes. And I hope that if you are able to cope up with the complexities in during the first 21 days, then on the 22nd day your mind brain system will be a better version of itself. You will be having improved mental skills like ability to focus, good memory power, good analysis power, ability to control your emotions, good EQ, good IQ, and you can say that you will be a more advanced species who is more free to use your mind brain system for better output in life. So you can search these things. For the books, you can search OST by Acharya Vishwendra on Amazon, Flipkart, and Notion Press, or you can even Google it out. And for video lecture, you can search on YouTube OST by Acharya Vishwendra. So you can see the details. And soon I'll start the training program in a very systematic way. So if you have any doubt, you can ask in the doubt section. Thank you and have a nice day.